Rashaan Jiles has his name broken.
Why should I feel discouraged? Why should the shadows come? Why should my heart be lonely and long for heaven and home? When Jesus is my portion, my constant friend is He. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free, for His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. In preparing myself to speak today, I searched high and low for names and accomplishments of African Americans to display how heavily we've impacted our country. However, I decided against that because the stories of Harriet Tubman's initiating the Underground Railroad, Rosa Parks, Rowland sparking the Montgomery bus boycott of 1955, and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s leadership and assassination in the entire civil rights movement can grow rather old if you've heard them several times, and are very easy to find if you have not. Inventions by black people like the traffic light, the gas mask, blood banks, automatic refrigerators, and potato chips seem weird to point out. When I open a bag of Lay's, I don't honestly care who made them, let alone their race. I'm just hungry and thankful that they're there. I say this not to imply that these contributions from African Americans and others like them are unimportant and should be disregarded. In fact, the exact opposite is true. If I have learned anything after having been here for 6 years, it would be that history, or even learning in general, is least effective through any method of factual regurgitation. Plot summary will never show your understanding of a work of literature as a critical analysis will. You won't be able to effectively perform mathematically or scientifically if you do not understand their respective concepts. Being proficient in a language is impossible if you never participating in writing and speaking it. Learning is most effective when we let it reach us, show us who we are, and guide us to understanding. Therefore, Black history should be so much more than just facts for building African American pride. And the pride the Black race finds in these accomplishments, though a potential catalyst for communal good among African Americans, can cover up what I find to be the best reason to recognize Black history. Black History Month is a beautiful reminder of the hard work of overcomers who fought adversity so that one day colored people can have the same opportunities to thrive and be at peace with all we encounter as anyone else. As a little kid, I could not help but wonder why they went against what held them down, what motivated them. The song you just heard is a hymn that was popularized in nearly all Black churches in 1905. It draws its meaning from the Gospel according to Matthew. Matthew chapter 6, verse 26 says, "Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they? And similarly, in chapter 10, Jesus says, "Are not 2 sparrows sold for a penny? Yet not one of them will fall to the ground outside of your Father's care. And even the very hairs of your head are all numbered. So don't be afraid. You are worth more than many sparrows." There is not much wonder why this song became so popular. It is a song that brings great hope because it lets us know that we are all valued. This theme of African American history has been present since the days of slavery. If we are somebody, then why not act like it and actually be somebody? This is why these overcomers took action to become equal contributors to society. His eyes on the sparrow and Black history have taught me that I am important and that I have some history to make. I hope you guys seek and find something that shows you the same. Thank you.
Really appreciate the time and effort that Rashaan put into his presentation. It was extremely well thought through and presented. Very dramatic with the song to start with. Well done. I know that Dr. Jackson in the past has reminded students that we are more than encouraging of students who wish to take an opportunity to speak in chapel. It takes some courage to come and stand in front of your peers. I'm thrilled that we've had a number of guys who have done so far this year, this semester, and I hope that we have more that are scheduled. It's a great learning experience for the person who is doing the speaking. I think it serves as a great example to all of us for what they do by standing here in front of you and talking about something of importance to them. The reminder today is that the history of our nation is in fact a tapestry of many colors, and every group has been significant in the development of this. We celebrate Black History Month. Today was a good reminder of why we do that, and I appreciate Rashaan's understanding that history isn't just facts. There are understandings of meanings behind it that are the most important lessons. Well done, Rashaan. Thank you.
Faculty is dismissed.